The onion. I'm trying to get a cow. Yes. Crap, a lot of potatoes. And over there breaking my freaking garden. Damn it, cow. Still over there. Still hiding. Still trying to lure monsters over into the spinning arms to have the robots break them to get over to them. The Scarp Mechanique. This again, cow underneath the thing. I mean, no, I got corn. I mean, I can attempt to get the cow to follow me out this way. Come on, cow. Hey. Now it's gonna try to choose to get that one again. No? Cool. Okay. It should be out of the way now. The Moo Moo. Oh, they managed to grab one of the corn. Got some very important stuff to do right here. Arg. 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 Rarg. Arg. Arg. So, right, I have to attach those vacuum pumps to this thing. And I don't think... Yeah, I don't even have to do anything to it, I just put the vacuum pumps on it. I don't need glass or anything. What? Oh. And so the right is clockwise. So this one is counterclockwise, and this one should be clockwise. So they should all spin. Just making sure that that's balanced properly. Alright, and to somewhat account for the weight issue being slightly different in the front and the back, and grab another gas can and have all of the thrusters be ran off of the gas can and not the engine. So in the event that I do and I hate that it's not going to be even in either case because of the width of the car. I guess if I put it over by one, maybe. Is that even? It should be even. Disconnect all of the thrusters from the gas can. You're a broccoli. The herb derp. Derp derp. I think I got all of them. Yeah. Did I end up making more gas or not? Are these not connected? Oh, there's no gas in them. The Momo. Yeah, I gotta go get some stuff here. Blah blah. It should only take about 4 minutes to fully fill that box. And I know that's not really great for, you know, entertaining streaming, but I can't leave the area of the car that as it's filling because then it won't fill. But I need all of that oil. I wonder if there's a way to change how much stuff the vacuum pumps pick up. Oh crap, it's not fully in the water. Or in the oil. 2 hours later. The thing that I just thought of, which is going to require me to raise the whole car by like a block or 2 blocks, is if I make the downward thrusters turn forward also. I mean, because I think that's what's happening, is looking at it like this, like it's putting thrusts this way while also putting thrust up on both the front end and the back end, so it makes it want to turn. Because this is going to be going this way and this is going to be going down, so it's going to make this whole section want to do that and make that whole section want to do that. So I think I need to add 2 more bearings to the bottom thrusters and have them turn with the main controller also. The nice thing about this is, with all of this oil, I should have a decent amount of flight time. And it also saves me from having to take each individual stack out and weld it to the thing, and like take each individual stack out and fill up the other boxes with it, and like. And then there's that, is if I really wanted more oil faster, the only way to really accomplish that is to have more boxes. With more pumps on them. But I mean, in order to fill everything in the box, like in order to fill each individual box without increasing the vacuum pump draw rate, then there's not any way to do that. So you'd be getting more oil faster, but it'd still take the same amount of time to fill the whole box. And I know that having a wider wheelbase would make it so that it has more stabilization both on the ground and in the air. Like, I mean, but this works pretty good so long as I have some forward momentum. Like, yeah, just choose through that fuel, man. I mean, it's already a lot more stable than it was, though. And that's where the narrator says, as he tries to convince himself of that. The no cow. Hey. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. I think I might be reaching the limit on how many cows I've got here. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. 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 How many cows do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got 12 cows. Yes. The, ding ding, bing, 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 bing. Ding. Oops. Do. Ding. Yeah, might even need 2 crafting bots to make this amount of gas. Like, I might have to even change how fast it makes gas altogether. Like, make it a 1-second gas crafting thing. I'm not sure if I can even do that. So I need tomatoes, carrots, and potatoes. I mean, I also have more burgers than I know what to do with, so I guess I could wait on that, and I just need more potatoes. But I should probably make another crafting bot because I have all the materials to do that. Except for component kits. The never-ending quest for component kits. Do I need dog? What do you mean? I mean, if that's the up dog joke, you're kind of not doing it right. Like, So, why would you need dog to make the burger when you see me get the meat from the cows? I mean, I guess you're trying to be funny, but you know, in the interest of trying to, you know, make it a teachable moment, it's not particularly funny. Like, I mean, not in a mean way, but it's kind of like saying, I bet you need poopy to make the burgers. Like, I mean, like, come on, dude. Like, you making poopy burgers? Like, you do a little better. Like, Yeah, no, see that? It's racist. See you later, bye. Have fun, well, don't have fun, I guess, I mean. No. Some people just want to be muted, I guess. I am happy to oblige them. I was curious, like, what the behavior was for muting people. So, I wrote some stuff in my own chat on a stream. and then I muted myself. And it's kind of actually like a shadow ban. Like, you can keep writing the stuff that you want to write in there, like... And it shows up for you, it just doesn't show up for anybody else. But the one thing that does stay is, well, the two things that stay is, I mean, I know that YouTube keeps a log of everything that's written in every channel. And two, my responses to whatever it is say in the video. So my next question would be, is this bait? Like, are you trying to bait me into saying something that would, you know, make it so they could delete my video? Like, I mean, either way, it doesn't seem particularly nice. Like, I make hamburgers out of poopy. And I know, yeah, I have to make another crafting bot because this is taking way too long. For my next trick, the thing that I have to do is, well, first I need pipes to put on that thing, because I'm pretty sure the blocks, with the way that the bearings flex under turning and weight, are probably causing some kind of scrubbing. And that's why it sounds like it's like hitting on stuff when I drive it. Because it's probably the blocks hitting on each other. Like, I don't have any pipes made, so I gotta wait for the pipes. Really considering doing is, rather than make another craft bot, and since I've already started modding stuff, I'm not, like, it's always a 50-50. It's either it's gonna be really easy to mod the, it's either gonna be really easy, I just find whatever value and whatever JSON file it is, and then change it. Or it's something that, like, you'd have to go into, like, the actual code of the game to change. And then there's the third option, is between a combination of either of the first two options. Just the way that they've implemented the code means that changing that would change some other fundamental thing that value relies on, and mess up a whole bunch of other seemingly unrelated stuff. But I'm hoping that there's just a table somewhere in the either the Lua files or in the JSON files where I could just change the value like I did with the other stuff and change it to you know, like a 1 second craft time. So I know if you set it to like 0, it'll probably crash the game. I don't think that it ever intends to have a 0 value. But this is just taking way too long. I mean, that's probably even another thing I could mod to, is if I reduce the cost from 5 gas to 1 crude, or, you know, 5 crude oil. I think it's 5 crude oil. Yeah, I could reduce it down to 1. It only costs 1 crude oil, costs 1 second, and then it produces, you know, like 100 gas. So if I mean, I may as well mod stuff. But see, like, I kind of don't want to do that on the stream because, like I said, it could either be really easy or really difficult. But in the meantime, I'm left having to run the stream with, you know, it taking forever and a day to craft this stuff. So because of the collision box of the block next to a block, if I replace this with pipes, it should cause it to stop hitting the blocks together. And I'm also going to have to raise the suspension by a little bit if I put a block there. I'm going to have to... Because what I'm thinking about doing is hooking these two up to the controller and having them rotate forward with the other stuff. And I really don't want to add more weight to the back. I don't want to remove this thing. But adding those 3 extra vacuum pumps did throw the balance off, so... I guess it's, you know, like that person said yesterday, I guess it's just too heavy. Or it's too light. I mean, that helps it quite a bit. I mean, it's still a little bit too heavy in the front because I want it to raise equally and stay equal in the air. The broccoli. And then they also said that I think they said the game Trailblazer, which I've never played it, but I have an understanding of the way that center of mass works. And I was thinking about it right before the stream, and I mean, this does have a center of mass by proxy, because with all of the way that the calculations work in the physics engine, everything equals out to where it does have a center of mass. And then it occurred to me that the thing that they're probably talking about is a center of mass that you can control independently of the shape of the vehicle. So like, you know, like if I hit the control tool, like I would see where the center of mass is and I could just drag it where I want it to be. And well, one that would kind of work against the weighting system and the way that the game itself functions. And two, they could have meant that just a display of where the center of mass is, which that I totally agree with. If it showed you where the center of mass was on your car, that would be cool, but I wouldn't say allow the player to change the center of mass, because then that would counteract the whole weighting system of having all of the blocks have individual weights. It was Jacob that said that. And yeah, I mean, but yeah, just being able to see it would be great instead of having to, you know, get in the car, hit the button, and then see, oh, well, this side raises a little bit faster than this side. And once it's been flying a little bit, it seems to, yeah, it'd be like so you could see it. Then I would be able to like look at it from any axis and see like, oh, well, it's off-centered along this axis. And that makes a huge difference when the whole car is screaming through space. That would be something that would be cool for them to add. And like, I know that this works, adding stone blocks to either one side, the front or the back, does work. I just didn't want to have to do it that way because I wanted to try to solve that issue by using the angles of the thrusters. And now it's still a little bit weighted, a little bit heavy on that side. And as it picks up, it still needs even more weight on the back. Sorry, Cal. You're a broccoli. No, we're getting there. I mean, it's taking a little bit longer than I would have liked it to, but we are getting there. And it kind of seems like it doesn't have enough forward momentum. So I guess I have to rotate the... And I'm right at the point where if I add another 15 degrees to all four thrusters, that... Yeah. But it does seem like the balance is working out. Like a glove. I need a like a glove counter. So if I get some forward momentum, maybe. No, that works pretty good. I mean, I think that's the best so far. Be nice if I didn't have to listen to those freaking saw blades. Must resist the urge to collect the corn I don't need. Guess we'll just fly it backwards. Yeah, that's the other problem too, is and in zero mode, I mean, this helps with like the, it's not really turning so much because they're always pointing down. I mean, what I kind of need is 2 more thrusters pointing sideways, hooked up to a wheel sensor that's hooked up to the seat that is controlled by a bearing that when I turn right or left. But the problem that I've had with those is you wouldn't think that the amount of force as you fly through the air is applied to that wheel or applied to that arm that controls those 2 sensors, but it is. So what ends up happening is if you take a turn too hard, it puts... That's not good. You know what? That might be from the garden. What ends up happening is if you take a turn too hard, it exerts too much force on that wheel, on that arm that controls where the sensors are on or off, and what ends up happening is it ends up stuck in a roll because the seat can't put enough force on the wheel to turn the wheel the other direction. It kinda works. And having everything at 60, the moo moo. That's not a good sound. I don't think I can add another block to those. Well, I guess I can put them on the top because it's not really hitting anything. Putting more weight on the gyros, maybe. I'm not sure if putting them on the top is going to be any better than putting them on the bottom or to the sides. And I know that by extending it out to the side, it would probably be better, but Because then it would give me more, I think the word is lateral, it would give me more lateral gyroscopic stabilization, but I'm not sure if it's gonna hit anything. Like, that looks like it's gonna hit stuff. And then trying to restart it from wherever the saw blades happen to stop, if they happen to hit something, it's probably going to make it off. It's probably going to make it imbalanced, like... Bonk. The poo-poo. Dead. The Wrong Brothers Flight Academy. Ah, yes. A very highbrow joke there. Moo. I mean, I think I'm kind of like to the point where it flies well enough. Like, because most flyers never hit the point where they fly perfectly the way that you want them to. At least in my experience, like... And the other part of it is, now that I've got it flying, like... Part of it is learning how to fly the thing. So, but this does kind of what I want it to. It levitates almost perfectly vertical. I can correct it mid-air, and it seems like as long as I turn it to the left, it stabilizes itself so that it's level again. And then if I pick a direction that I want to go to, and I hit the button that does this, just enough to tip it in the direction that I want it to go to, like... I mean, that is what I wanted it to do. And again, it doesn't have to get me to exactly where I want it to go with like pinpoint precision. It just has to get me across the map to the general direction to where I can land the car. And freaking... right now. That, and combined with everything else, like, what's going on here? Is it stuck for some reason? This is new. What the hell is going on? It didn't get disconnected at all. It's stuck on something. What the hell is going to happen then? I don't think anything got disconnected anyway, like... No, weird. And it does what I want it to do right now, and I can't really think of anything I could do to improve it. Gonna clip that. Yep. Crap. But yeah, like, if I just raise it up in the air, and the cool part is, like, let's try it to go to the right. If it goes to the right, it starts to drop the front end, but if I go to the left, it starts to raise the front end.
Like a glove? Yes.
Something is busted here. There we go. Oh jeez, these freaking robots. No, it does what I want it to do. And I think any more modifications is just going to undo the stuff that I have done to it. And I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm kind of not happy that I have to turn to the left to get it to gain altitude. But I mean, since all I have to do is just spin it to the left, which some of that is because I only have one level of gyros, and my other car, my other flyer in creative mode, has 2 levels of gyros that counteract each other on the same axis. And like, it's really, really stable in the air. Like, if I stop hitting the forward button, it acts as an air brake, because I mean, that's 8 different gyros all counteracting each other in the air. So that in itself acts as an air brake. Like, if I hit the, like, it kind of sounds and looks and flies like something that ignores inertia. Like, there's so much gyroscopic stabilization that it acts as an inertial dampener, which is freaking cool. Like, the thing that I have to change now, though, is I kind of have to up the crafting bot's crafting speed. And if I'm going to change that, I may as well make it only consume 1 oil and give me like 100 gas. And if I'm going to do that, I may as well make it consume 1 oil and give me 256 gas. Because again, I'm at the point now in survival mode where I've kind of eaten it. I mean, there's no real goal in survival mode to, there's not really any goal other than to just survive. Like, there's not a final boss or anything that they've added where you have to, like, you have to beat survival mode. So, like, yeah. I have done what I've set out to do, and I'm very, very happy with it. And it's at the point now where, like, it's kind of like don't fix something that isn't broken. Now I have to do some actual, like, long-range flight tests. Actually. Man, that meme frustrates me so much. Because what it implies is that things are gonna be how people want them to be versus how... Like, the only people that I could see liking that meme, the actually meme, like, are people that want to ignore objectivity, or that objectivity exists at all, like... It doesn't make any sense. And like, what even further doesn't make sense is they just want to further ignore that it's never gonna not work the way that it works relative to how you want it to work. The other thing that I know is going to give me some more stabilization is if I increase the length of the piston on these arms. And it's one of those where, like, it kind of seems like they don't know that they should be ashamed of that. No, no, I need one more component kit. Now this one arm is, or one leg is going to be off, so 13. I mean, I don't really have to adjust the speed on that, but I do want it to be even. So we got enough gas to drive around and fly around for a little while. Yeah, we got a few bits of gas there. I mean, that's what, 1024 and 97. You're a broccoli. And I've got relatively enough potatoes to go out and kill some smaller robots and kill the larger robots too. Like a glove. The onion. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's saying oh no, but being a crafting bot or a cooking bot, like, I like to believe that he's saying onion. The onion. Yerk, 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 yerk. And this shouldn't affect the balance too much. And I say shouldn't, but it might. But I do know that longer arms in this game do increase stabilization. So I think it adds more leverage and it changes the center of mass even more, like. Bonk. The thing that I kind of have to change is I do need a thing that makes it so if it starts to tip forward too much, I need to make it so it doesn't do that. Like, I can drop the front end well enough because... But see, once it gets to this point... Let's see what happens if I just keep spinning. Now let's see what happens if I spin to the right. I'm free! Flips over. Do some fine tuning here. It's funny because I'm totally contradicting what I was saying about, no, it's fine, I don't want to mess with it anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure if having that 60 was any better than. I mean, it kind of tips forward too much now. Mm, I came back here for something. Let's make the beacon. And the beacon that I need is the beacon for here. But as a test, I think I'm going to try to fly it to the green oil and then fly it to the and then fly it to the what's it called with the thing that does the other stuff. You know, that stuff with the thing. And to solve two problems, or two potential problems, I should probably add a beacon to my mobile parts car here. And some frame drops. Not on OBS, but some frame drops on Scarp Mechanic. Let me turn the view distance down. So I only need to see the beacons. And I don't need high shadow quality. I don't know why I've had that on the whole time. And it feels like this got changed. I mean, it makes it look a little cheesy. But I mean, having all of those shadows is really unnecessary, and it does seem like there's some frame dropping. And I know I turned camera shake off. Now it appears like I've got a little bit too much weight on that side. So I've got it in the air. And now, for my next trick. Trying to get it to go in a straight line. Ow. Let's try to get it up from the bottom of the ocean here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need thrusters that push the back end along that axis. Like horizontally around the center is probably the way that I'm gonna have to get it to do what I want it to do. But I mean, I don't have to worry about fuel now, so... No, but that back end does need some weight back on it. Those 2 blocks I took off make that much of a difference. Yeah, not great, but that is the whole point of this test. As for what I can improve, I have no idea. The short answer, it just needs a thruster that on the back that pushes it forward. But see, as far as I've made it, as fast as I've made it as far in the direction that I'm trying to go, is the whole goal. Where I don't have to keep jumping off and going through robots and going through trees and everything else, like. Speaking of going through trees, Perfect. Yes, instead of solving one problem, I've added 6 more problems and convinced myself that I've solved the first one. Here's my philosophical treatise on objectivity. What do you mean none of that works like that? But again, for every patch of trees that I've skipped so far, I know from experience and from, like, you know, not trying to convince myself of this, but I have it on tape and I have it recorded that it's taken me much longer to get over to over even to this point than over to where the scrap city is. And I clip that one tree as I'm about to go forward. The other part is, I feel like I just have to be more patient. Like, I have to get the whole thing higher into the air. Ow. I gotta get the whole thing higher into the air than, before I start to get it to go in the direction that I want it to go in. Yeah, and as soon as that starts happening, there's not really anything I can do about it. So if I always make it to be offset to go to the back, that means that as it tips forward, I mean, it's tipping to the back a little bit too much. Yeah. Getting over here, I burned up so very much fuel. But separating the gas tank from the front and the back, you know, from the wheels versus the flying system, was probably a good idea. Because then once I run out of gas for the thrusters, freaking hiccups, then I can still drive wherever I gotta go. Just trying to gain some altitude here. Yeah, no. It's really not working that great. Didn't even see you there. Hey, how's it going? A little bit focused on what I'm trying to do here. So sorry that I took so long in getting your message. Crap. And everywhere you land, there's robots. And we finally ran out of fuel. I mean, I'd still call it a successful round of testing. I got some kind of data. I can't really call it data, but like I've got some kind of idea. Now, the thing that I gotta do. Into another tree. And the other part of this is like, there's not really very many roads that connect those different parts of each other, like. And in attempting to make this thing fly, I've totally messed up the handling. Like, it barely turns at all. Yeah. Yeah, but this is the type of thing that I would have to drive through compared to fly over, which is why, like, it's kind of worth the amount of time that I'm doing, you know, spending to do this, because those are your only two options. Is either try to drive through a forest where every time you make it around one tree, you're either hung up on another tree, or like This thing doesn't even drive well on the roads anymore. And it consistently pulls to the left. Or to the right. It consistently pulls to the right on top of everything else. It's because now the weight is too far in the back for it to be a trike. Which I was thinking about doing that too, is removing the center wheel and just putting two wheels on bearings on this, but that would mean I'd have to pull all this whole thing apart. I mean, it flies. The thing that I need is a thruster in the back that points directly out backward. That is also on a bearing like these that's hooked up to the seat. But I'm not doing that this stream. I'm gonna look into modifying the and this doesn't really help as much as it adds extra weight to the whole thing. Yeah, I gotta look into modifying the crafting bot so that it cranks out crazy amounts of gas really fast. But I need another 50 components, and I'm starting to mod stuff, and I'm starting to get tired of the grind. And I did everything up to this point legit, and I think I'm just going to find a way to edit the save or edit something to where I just have a crap load of crafting component kits. Ba na 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 na. But yeah, I'm calling it a stream here. I feel like I made some progress with the balance and getting stuff to go, but yeah, I'll just have to add another thruster to the back. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. I'm clicking the button right now.